Hey, this is Kristen Shaw, and this is Show and Tell with Airport Improvement Magazine. I'm here today with Emily and Joel from Weitz Company, and we're going to talk to you about what you guys do. So let's start with that. Tell me about what Weitz does and where you fit into the industry.
Awesome.
Thanks. Well, thanks for the time. I think the Weitz Company we're a general contractor. We've been in business since 1855, been in the aviation sector for over 40 years. Have a breadth of experience throughout the sector itself, from terminal builds, new terminal builds, to con racks, to automated people movers, to hangar work. So within the aviation world, we've got a breadth of knowledge. We have offices all over the U.S., 13 plus offices throughout the United States and in Mexico, where we operate.
It's quite a presence.
Yeah.
And quite a legacy.
We do. We have quite a legacy of aviation that's spanned a long ways.
So with that experience, I mean, you've got your eye on what the trends are, what's happening right now, probably especially in the last 4 years, since COVID. It changed and then changed the industry again. What are you seeing that's out there?
Emily, you want to take that?
Yeah, I mean, I think on the construction and delivery side, we're seeing some delivery models shift a little bit. Airports who used to do more hard bid work are doing design build or progressive design build, or hiring CMARs as they can, right, as the industry has shifted. On the construction side, COVID really impacted our supply chain. No surprise to anyone, and we're still seeing some impacts from supply chain delays, but a lot of different areas have recovered quite well. There's always the cost uncertainty and shift of escalation and what we carry for contingency, and so in some ways we've seen escalation level, but I think those are kind of some 3 areas where we've noticed some changes in the last post-COVID years.
Big shifts.
Yeah.
Big shifts. I think the labor force as well has been one of the shifts. It's labor is harder and harder to find, both on the trade side and on the professional side. So one of those challenges we face are how do we improve, how we've looked at opportunities to create more seamless processes and do a lot more upfront work, so when it comes time to perform on site, that it's much smoother and quicker.
When Weitz Company is coming into a bid, what are you telling the airports that you're bringing to the table? What's your value proposition?
I think the value proposition is multifold. A lot of opportunities that come out nowadays. There's a presence of a aspect of the local presence and the national presence. And really entwining those two to make sure that you're bringing the most successful team to deliver the project. With Weitz, we have a large national presence for aviation experience, and combining that into markets where we typically may not have a local presence, teaming up with that person to create a stronger team. We also really functionally, in a lot of our offices in Florida and in Phoenix and in Denver, where we have a large presence, we bring both, so we have the ability to really deliver on what we're saying and the experiences there.
Tell me about a recent project that's given you a lot of pride recently.
I think one for sure that Joel's been really involved in, so you can add on to this, but is MCO and working at GOA at Orlando International Airport. That was a really quick procurement and in RFQP and quick buyout. So Weitz was ultimately awarded that design build for their Ped Bridge project, $113 million delivery, and it was all expedited, right? So their schedule is 18 months, and we did buyout in 30 days for that job. And to just kind of go into a newer market for us, we've done some work in Orlando over the years, but to be able to succeed in a short period of time there, thanks to our expertise, right? I think a lot of airports too want to know, to your question earlier, how are you different, is we put the right people and resources on the jobs for the airport, and also really listen to what the airport wants. So to know what GOA needed, I mean, this project was paused because of COVID, so it was priority number 1 for them to get going, and we worked really hard to start that project and have continued to just work hard to stay on schedule. And so mobilizing the team, the supply chain, all of the components that come together to make Weitz enable for us to deliver to GOA, the end client, and to the people. It connects their rental car to Terminal
C to the train station?
Yep, to the train station. So critical path item for the airport,
Yeah.
and then now a crucial project for us to deliver on time and on budget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to tag onto that is that we brought the expertise of a progressive design build philosophy that we utilize throughout. This is the first delivery of a design build project by GOA, by MCO, so we're able to help guide them through that process as well and make sure it's a success. And it's shifted their mindset that the executive team there has really come in with a renewed mindset of how can they deliver projects better, and we're glad to be on the forefront with that with them.
Yeah, and I can imagine the pressure because that all airports are customer first, right?
Yeah,
very much
Passenger
focused on the
experience,
passengers, but
faster,
Yeah.
yep.
for Orlando and the Disney experience and
Yeah.
everything that ties in with that, I would imagine there's a lot of
It
moving
is.
parts.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and with that client and having that passenger experience, to have to leave a terminal that they just built to get onto the train, you have to walk through an existing outdoor parking structure in the middle of summer, in the middle of hurricane season. It's just not ideal for your passengers.
To
So
say the least, right?
yeah, right.
So it'll be great when it's done.
It'll be great.
Yes.
Yep.
When's it supposed to be done?
Fall of this year.
Okay. We'll keep our eye on that.
Yes.
Is there anything else about Weitz that you want people to know, or that you think that people should consider when they're looking for a company like yours?
I think experience, the longevity of what we've been doing. We have a family type of a feel to our company. It was founded by Fred Weitz back in 1855, and it's still a family-oriented Midwest kind of company. So we bring those values to everything we do, and really want to make a solid team where we're looked as one company as a whole, with the owner, ourselves, the designers, everybody, and you can't tell who's successfully delivering the project.
Excellent. Emily, Joel,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
if they want to get more information about your company, what's your website?
Weitz.com, WEITZ.com.
There you go. Show and tell. Thanks for joining us today.